We get up, we do artwork, we go live. We don't set no timers, we don't do none of that. We go live. Make sure you log on to doggiediamondstv.com. That is my official website, doggiediamondstv.com. But make sure you do that after the show, not during the show. When the show goes off, log on to doggiediamondstv.com. All of my information is on that site. All of my information. Listen, now, have you heard about my $100 promo deal? If not, let me give you some details really, really quick about my $100 promo deal. First of all, the promotion will be done on Doggie Diamonds TV and the Interlude TV. That's the Insta stories, the YouTube communities, the threads, the Facebook, the Twitter accounts. I can promote whatever you need. But as a reminder, this is for serious inquiries only. Must be Cash App ready. I can help you bring more awareness to your products. I don't care if it's your t-shirts, your music, even if you got another YouTube. This ain't no competition thing. Help everybody win out here. Your YouTube, your new store. It doesn't even have to be in the virtual world. It could be something that's in the street. You got a pop-up shop, whatever. Anything you need promotion for, I can help you. Just contact me at Doggie Diamonds. And listen, if you need help with your branding, Coach Kandaka is now accepting new clients. And this is for artists, podcasters, business owners, and content creators alike. The services include social media growth, brand clarity, organic supporter building, rollout strategy, product management, and monetization strategy. Just DM at Coach Kandaka on Instagram. She can help you. And I want you to know that there is no set strategy for any of those needs with those services. It's tailor-made per person. So it's not a book that you get that everybody get. It's tailor-made for your needs. So don't think that you're going to get what somebody else got or she's giving the source to you that she gave to somebody else. No, it's tailor-made to your needs. Your needs, not something that's just for everybody. Listen, man, and today's show is sponsored by Chazo. You see this? Make sure you go to Spotify or your favorite streaming platform and check out Chazo, Mailbox Boy, Elegant Hustle. That's the EP, 3-song EP. If you got 8 minutes of your time, just go check it out. Chazo, Mailbox Boy, Elegant Hustle. That's what today's show is sponsored by. Let's go. Yes. Yes. And as we start to cook, make sure them likes is liking. CEO Falcone, what's up? Chakra King Black is in the building. Check Viz online. Hey, child, how you doing? Stay A, what's up? Philly Sheedo 1, what's up? Check Viz online. Yes. Yeah, you can try to, you can catch the playback. Sometimes the lives is hard to catch up with. Vision 3030, what's up? This is a show dedicated to the artists out there who got a job. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Because somehow, some way, you got to fund your career. But first and foremost, you got to fund your family. You got to fund your life. So as you earn money and you take care of yourself and your family, when you got a little leftovers, you put it into your career so your career can take care of your family. But you got to take care of your family first. So that's the type of conversation I want to have tonight. Young Yala, what's up? D. Salmon, what's up? Don't forget. Doggie Diamonds did this. Yes. I like to have real talk for real people because we are real people. We don't live, well, at least I don't, live in the superficial fake world. We got to talk about real stuff that really affects us. Jay Chef, I'm good. Hopefully you doing well. Thank you for being here with me tonight. And this is going to resonate with a lot of people. Mr. Q, what's up? Hope all is well with you. A lot of artists got to get a job until they art can pay for itself. And I respect it. I'm not knocking nobody. So that's what I want to talk about tonight. Like, listen, man, sometimes you got to do what you got to do so you could do what you want to do. So all of this fronting that be going on, nah, we're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to talk about that tonight. Make sure y'all get them likes up. It's important. Make sure you share. Hit the thumbs up button. East Flatbush is in the building. East Flatbush is in the building. Reggie T, what's up? I see you. And don't forget.
Doggie Diamonds did this. Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes. I be trying to talk about real life stuff sometimes. You know, we could talk about the superficial music industry, but this is something that affects all of us. It affects all of us. So you said I need to do a call-in show like somebody else. Then that would make me like somebody else, right? And do a call-in show. Maybe people do call-in shows because they don't got no content. You ever thought about that? Don't ever tell me I should do something like somebody else, ever. I'm the originator of this. I do what I do. Anyway, how's everybody doing? I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. Hopefully everybody is doing well. And I got a guest with me tonight. Introduce yourself to the people.
What's up, people? It's your boy Chazo. You know, creative, humble, artistically zoned out, flow music. We in the building. What's up?
You got a project. Tell them about the project.
Right, Mailbox Boy, Elegant Hustle. So it's a concept project I've been putting out for the past like over a year and a half. So it's about basically, a kid, if you was in front of that building, in front of the corner store, in front of your porch, in front of the mailbox, beating on the mailbox, rhyming, or you was a kid that, just try to stay out of trouble, you seeing your people, do they want to get money, whatever. That's what the concept project is about, right? So this is the third series. So it's Elegant Hustle, right? So it's the mailbox boy that he tired of eating hairy chicken wings, right? He
Got you.
want to eat good. He want to eat ruthless and all that. He want to fly business class, first class flights. Now, I mean, he want to travel. He like 4 or 5 star restaurants. He messing with chicks that got BBLs and went under the knife, things like that. So that's what Mailbox Boy Elegant Hustle is about. So people gotta definitely check that out. The first song is called Street Tales.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Mailbox Boy. He somebody tried to set him up. He got away, so y'all gotta check that out. Word. So that's what this Mailbox Boy is about. Elegant Hustle is the third series. Word.
So let me ask you something. Being from Harlem, you know about that street life, that hustle life. You also was on the streets.
Right. That's a fact. That's a
What
fact.
what got you out of the street? Because also being in NYC, that's like our first option. We just get a pack, go outside, whether it's a bomb, a weed, a bundle of dope, or a pack of crack. Rarely have any of us really sold weight, but we always could get a bomb from somebody. That's what we call it in New York. We get a bomb. Only thing is a bundle is dope, but we always could get a bomb. What made you get out the streets?
I got tired of risking my freedom.
Mm,
I got shot at. I had females try to set me up and all that.
mm,
So I was getting into other stuff like legitimately like real estate and
mm,
stuff like that. So once I saw I gotta make a choice, you know, to get out the streets, or I'm gonna be in the streets, want to go into jail or getting killed. So I want to make a decision where it's like, yo, let me just get out the streets because I wasn't knee deep in the streets. So that was my decision. And just growing up, I had uncles that got locked up. My father was a kingpin from Harlem that got killed when I was 6 years old. So I already
mm,
know how that story ends
mm.
already. So that's why I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get out the streets, and just focus on what I need to focus on.
How was it?
Or
How was it though? How was it transition? Because when we in the street, we get fast money. You know what I'm saying? The money is available. And let's be respectful. When we was in the streets, we was just really trying to get fly and high and drunk. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't really getting money to really like buy no buildings and nothing like that. We was worried about Easter, I'm gonna get fresh, I'm going to get some new sneakers and stuff like that. What was it like to leave that and having to
with
square up?
with me is like I always had like a goal. I ain't gonna lie. Like I wasn't getting like I got fresh, but I was just trying to stack my bread. That was my thing. So when I left the streets, it was like I ain't never cared what people think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, word. So it was like, yeah, you getting fast money, but it's like it's gonna come with it.
Right.
Know what I mean? Like I'm trying to live.
Right.
And the crazy thing about it, the second Mailbox Boys series I put out back in March of last year, you know, it's basically that thought. Was like I used a skit from Menace to Society where King's grandfather asks him, "Do you want to live or die?"
Mm-hmm.
Everybody probably saw the Menace Society movie, right? So that's a question you're gonna ask yourself, when you're in the streets, and that's what I use in my second series, Mailbox Boy. People gotta check that out too. You want to even ask yourself that, or somebody gonna ask you that. So word.
So what was your first like job? Like would you have to fill out a job application or you went to school? Because I want this to be a directorial for people who to understand how you transition. Like what was your steps? Or did you go to college or you got a high school diploma? What did you do?
My one of my guys that was helping me with my music, his girl was working, so she wanted to hook me up with a job and everything.
Okay.
And at the time I was trying to get my first investment property. I was looking at investment property. I got approved for a 6-figure loan,
Mm,
upstate New York and all that, but it was too much street stuff going around me. So I said, let me just chill out. That's always gonna be there. My credit was good enough to get approved for a loan and all that. So I just focused on let me just get a job and just chill out, and that's what I did. Still was, doing music here and there. So yeah. Or
did you by this time you have a family and all that?
nah.
Okay.
I had a few females I was dealing with,
Uh-huh.
around like around the country and all that,
Right,
So
right.
it's yes, but I ain't have no family, no kids, and nothing like that though.
So you get a job, you stacking bread now. Is them streets calling? Is it like, yo, I could probably go make a quick $500 in a couple of days. Like I ain't with all this putting on a outfit to to go to work. What was it like?
I mean, the streets always gonna be calling,
Right, right.
especially if you get money, if you had people doing stuff for you too, But once I made my decision to get out the streets, I got out the streets.
Right.
It's crazy because I still have people even working because I had invested in stocks and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that back in 2009. I like 2008 I had self-educated myself, so I was investing in stocks, stuff like that. And even I was spending money, people was like, yo, he ain't making that much money out at his job, how you doing all this, but I'm the type of person I don't tell everybody my business, so just make smart investments basically.
So why do
But
you why you think because you said even back then when you was getting it, you knew some rappers that had jobs.
yeah, I know some up and coming rappers that had jobs.
And
That's a fact.
but they was fronting.
I won't say it was fronting, but it's like I always thought like being a kid, like young, like a teenager, that everybody that was rapping was in the streets.
Right.
I was like 12, 13, 14 years old. I thought even DJs was in the streets
Mm.
getting money. And come to find out, nah, it's not like that. Some of them is nerds. Some of them had jobs too. So word.
What did this do to us that we have to front? Because we are fronting. Like when you hear somebody rap a certain way, they won't say, "Yo, I was on the gig." You know what I'm saying? Because the operative word that a lot of people like to use, they on a plantation. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear them rap about that. They'll talk about they had to. They'll talk about the brick. They'll talk about like they in the streets,
Yeah,
and you almost frowned upon when you say, I gotta go to work. Like I got a job. It's like, how you a rapper with a job? This is what I'm saying. I'm trying to change that narrative that you can't be a rapper with a job because if I think more people that rapped were successful, semi-successful, or even up and coming, I think more niggas would get jobs, man. Because I think niggas don't want to get a job because they think rap is a job. But it's not a job until it pays you. Until it pays you is a hobby. Until
yeah,
you
that's a
get
fact.
paid from anything, it's a hobby. So what do you
That's a
think?
fact.
What do you think this did to us that we don't want to admit when we work?
I think it's the pressure, from your peers, females too, you know, you you find a gold digger or whatever, they don't want to mess with you because you got a job, whatever the case may be. But it's a lot of high paying jobs out here. So, I think that's the pressure. People in the front, you got the, certain rappers, they talk about the person that's invested in.
Right,
Sometimes, might be the drug dealer, they manager, or whatever. So he talk about their lifestyle,
right.
right? So I get it as an artist and a creative. You got Nas that, he saw a lot of stuff looking out his project window,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So you got a lot of rappers that, that's just creative. They talking about their environment, not meaning that they necessarily out there in the streets. So I get the creative part, you know?
So,
Or
so you know how, but what I'm saying is, you know how dangerous it is for a up and coming artist to look at somebody who might be a little further than them, not knowing that the person have what you said is investor, right? Most of the time, respectfully, the investor is either going to come from a record label that believe in your dream or a guy on the street. So I think if more dudes say, yo, I work so I can invest in my dream until my dream could make my dream a reality as far as
right.
not having to work. I think we the only people that don't think about working to put away money to not work. We just like, oh, I ain't working. I'm a do this rap thing. And it's like, yo, bro, that shit don't pay bills. Like,
No
yo,
dental plan, no nothing.
right. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Dudes be dying and putting up a GoFundMe. Like if you really was getting money, you can't even bury yourself. You talking all this murder one street shit. You can't even bury yourself. You can't even bail out. You can't do nothing because you don't want to work to secure yourself. You have no health insurance. You have nothing because you like, I'm a rapper. So my thing is, a lot of these dudes do be working. Especially a lot of the battle rappers, a lot of them be having jobs. And what I'm trying to do is make them understand that's nothing to be ashamed of. Just because you work, that don't mean you're not talented.
That's a fact.
You understand what I'm saying? I think they confuse work with not having talent because their talent is so exquisite that it pay all my bills too. I did streaming and all that. Yo, and respectfully, some of these niggas on SSI too, they get a silly check. So they be fronting. Some of these dudes get an SSI check and be acting like they bank. So this is what I'm saying. We the only people with the mentality of, oh, I'm not working. Why? This is what you have to do what you
Yeah.
want to do, what's wrong with that? You said somebody else was from your neighborhood too. Mention them.
Oh, rest in peace, Al B. Yeah, he came up with the Harlem Shake.
Mm,
Or so my pops used to be, it's called the Blue Buildings, on 8th Avenue between 149th Street and 148th Street. So Al B, he's from there,
mm.
So yeah, he came up with the Harlem Shake. Or
Right. So did he ever get when he passed away?
was like a few years ago, at least like been passed away for like a decade around that
Damn.
time.
So
Yeah, I think a decade.
did he ever get like acknowledged for creating a Harlem Shake?
Nah, not on the mainstream level. Nah, I see
Wow.
like certain rappers talking about him like right now.
Mm-hmm.
But like back when it was coming out, like G Dep, like I think it was like 2001, he came out with that. Nah, not that I saw.
That's crazy. So you how do you balance it between your private life, your personal life, this art BS, and then I gotta get up in the morning? How you do that?
Yo, it's just it's from, I think it's from going to school.
Right.
Like school was like a kind of like a job, you know. So it was like, you work, do what you gotta do, but it's like you gotta like have find like a hobby, like something that you can, not focus on, but something that is like it's therapeutic and that could take your mind from
Mm-hmm.
certain stuff. Like I like to travel.
Right.
You know, so I've been to Turks and Caicos. You know, I've been to Toronto, stuff like that. Just watching, going there, watching a Knick game, going to Cleveland. You know, you gotta do something that you love doing, do something that you like doing, see other things, and that helped me with my creativity and rapping is seeing other things. You know, word.
You went to college, or you talking about high school?
Yeah, I went to college. I went to college back in 2005.
You
Word.
graduated? You graduated?
Nah, I ain't graduate from
Okay.
college.
So
Nah.
you owe debt and you ain't even get your degree?
Nah, I ain't owe that much debt though. I went
Okay,
to
yeah.
community college. I
Oh,
ain't
okay.
go to one of them universities
What's
for
the
like a
difference?
hundred
I don't know.
thousand.
Educate me. Maybe other people don't know. What's the difference between
Like
the
community college is less money. You know, you
Okay.
probably be paying like 2,500 a semester.
Okay.
You know, around there. University, sometimes you paying 40,000, 30,000 a semester. So 1 year you might owe 60,000.
Damn.
You know, so with community colleges, like I learned a lot because like high school didn't teach me about the music business.
Right, right.
I was trying to learn about the music business, so I took business administration. So I learned about marketing.
Right,
At
right.
the time, it was MySpace. You know,
Right.
like I was, you know, taking the money from college, investing in myself too. Because after you pay your like your books and all that tuition, they cut you a check. It was people hustling that. They was getting stacks.
Right,
You know,
right, right.
or so that's how I learned about digital marketing and everything I learned. I took to the hood, like tell my people, like, yo, post this, it's digital marketing. So everything I was learning, I was telling my peoples I didn't go to college, you know. So word, that's what I was doing.
So, right now, how much, if you could give a roundabout figure, how much money you think you invested in yourself?
Right now, this my own money
Right.
between I say like 50 to 100,000.
And what does that entail? Like, what is some of the things you got to pay? Because I don't think people know. I think people think they get them a little computer, get them a microphone, and just record. What is some of the things that you have to pay for?
You wanna if I wanna put the school in there, because I went to trade school too for audio engineering.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's an investment too. So, like studio time, marketing and promotion. Sometimes you gotta pay, these PR companies if you want to treat it like a real business,
Mm-hmm.
but that's what some labels do, they outsource, right? That's where most of the money goes to. Mixing, mastering. Some people don't know the difference between mixing and mastering, Um,
Artwork.
artwork, clothes for video shoot, you gotta pay a videographer, stuff like that, Um, if you want to get content, if you traveling somewhere, you want to get content, you can use that as a business expense though. So all that, if you have a job, even if you're a young kid coming up, you 16, 17, you get an LLC, you investing in yourself and you have like a job, you can use that as a business expense,
Right.
you know? So
Right.
word.
So you had a meeting at a label. We don't have to say which one. What were some of the things that when you finally went into this record label that a lot of people don't know that they actually require from you?
Well, it depends on the individual
Mm-hmm.
because I got like a track record. So it's like I done got my song played across the country.
Right.
My song been played across seas before. I got a plaque, on iTunes, probably one of the first artists from my area, 518, that probably got a reached the top 100 charts on iTunes. So
Okay.
I came in with something. I
Right.
ain't just come in with one spin or one stream or something like
Right.
that.
Right. 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 Right.
So I depends on the artist, I would say. But what I learned was that I ain't really learned none, but just the guy I was talking to, he confirmed a lot of stuff that I read upon.
Okay.
Like whether it be books like Donald P. Passman, or You Need to Know About the Music Business,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, and other books I read. Yeah, I learned a lot. Word, and another thing I learned a lot of people don't know is probably they look at streams now.
Mm.
Like they combine everything, like your Facebook, your
They
Instagram, how many
crunch the
followers
numbers.
you got. Yeah, they crunch the
Yeah,
numbers.
so
Word, I didn't
now,
even know that.
no. Well, this is what I was telling the audience one day. Right. They don't understand. So they'll look at your numbers in one place. So they'll say, "Oh, you only got this amount of people on YouTube, right?" And I say, "Yeah, but I got this on Instagram, this on Facebook, this on my other YouTube, this on TikTok, this on X, and this on Threads. So when you add those numbers up, that's what they look at. They don't look at one place.
Yeah.
So when people always say this person got more subscribers than you, I say, yeah, but they ain't got more people than me over here. All of that gets added because when they cut you the money, they say, well, he could put it here, 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 here. Now, as we know about social media numbers, we don't know what platform we're going to put it on that it's going to take off. It might not have took off on Instagram. It might take off on TikTok. It might not take off on TikTok. It might be your YouTube. So that's what the numbers mean. So some people always concentrating on one space and say, I got this here. I'd be like, yeah, but I got that everywhere, though. That's the difference between me and you. Yeah, this person got a following here, but they don't have a following on all platforms. And that's important. So they look at your streams of, well, what is this? What is this? So that's why I always tell artists, yo, you not on X, and I don't really, why wouldn't you mess with a free platform? Just get on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what going viral is, where you're able to put your content on every streaming platform at one time. That's how you could go viral. So no matter where this person went today, if they didn't go on X today and they was on the gram, they probably saw you on the gram. You ain't see me on the gram, you probably saw me on TikTok. You ain't see me on TikTok, you saw me on Facebook. And then a lot of people don't even know about marketing with paying for those ads too, them Instagram ads. And the Instagram, you get Instagram and Facebook together sometimes. And then they added WhatsApp in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of people don't know that WhatsApp has a feed like Instagram stories. Your WhatsApp has stories. Yeah, like people don't know a lot of stuff. So when people do consultation with me, I be teaching people a lot of stuff. Well, even here live, but again, if we not here talking about who's a snitch, who's a rat, and who people don't listen. You know what I'm saying? People rarely listen to people who they're gonna teach them something unless they charge them. When you give away free information, they don't value it. You almost gotta charge people and make them believe that this information you're about to get, you need this, so you gotta pay me this, that, and the third. And people, yeah. I'm gonna pay. I'm about to learn something, but I be telling people shit for free. You know what I'm saying? I be telling shit for free. All right. So you got the project out now. You said it's a 3-part series?
It's a 3-part series. This is the third series. So the first one I dropped was December of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
The second one was March of 2023. So it's on all streaming platforms too, so people can check that out.
Yeah, this is it right here. Chazo, Mailbox Boy, Elegant Hustle. So we click your name, we're gonna show all of them, right? It's gonna be all of them there.
Right. So you got Mailbox Boy, that's March 2023. That's the second series. And the first series, if you move it over, it should be up there somewhere.
I'll just show all. I'll just show all. So this is Mailbox Boy. They say 2024. This is
right. That was last year, and that's the first one. December
first one, second one, this the third one.
Right.
Okay, you got a few projects on here, so they could definitely hear a lot of stuff. Beat Pack, what is that?
That's remember we did the interview 2 years ago.
Right, because that's why that stood out to me.
Right. Like you was talking about Facebook and Instagram. It's like I got, like you said, like they crunch the numbers. Like I didn't even know, they look at like Apple Music. They got the same thing as Spotify. I didn't even know that until I went to the meeting. I didn't even know that. I'm like, word, but I can't even get in my Apple Music account. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Right.
But yeah, that got like over worldwide like 8 million streams via Meta.
Okay.
TuneCore, they break down the analytics and they basically count that stream. So it was like 8 million, worldwide and all that. So yeah.
All right. Word. So I think we got all the particulars out the way. Basically, long story short, if your ass gotta work, your ass gotta work. I get you a job, take care of your family. And a lot of dudes got 9 to 5. So y'all gotta stop faking like you in the streets. We don't believe a lot of y'all, because if some of y'all was in the streets, niggas would take your work. I'm just being real with y'all. Some of y'all, I was telling dudes too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because in this new internet age, anybody could be whatever they want. A lot of things sound far-fetched. I was telling dudes that everybody couldn't pump outside. Like you couldn't just go out, get a pack and go outside because somebody would be like, yo, who work is that? Who you work for? Now, if you wasn't thorough, they was taking it and they might give you some work, but it was theirs. So a lot of time we hear these rappers talk about I was this, that, and the third. I mean, like, where was that at? Because you needed permission to get money outside unless you was ready to do what you needed to do. I'm not working for nobody. And that was rare. So a lot of dudes be fronting. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes are going to talk about all of those things. But I think we could really switch the narrative up if more dudes admit, yo, I get legit money. Because legit money don't mean that you don't get 6 figures. You understand what I'm saying? That don't mean you don't get mid 6 figures. So why you want to front like you sell drugs and crack or you some stick up dude when you getting legitimate money? We all do what we got to do to get off the streets. So if you got off the streets, why are you making the music acting like you still on the streets? When you would make more progress if you let people know how you got out the streets legitimately, because what's some of the worries that you don't have to worry about? Nobody coming to kick in your door and nobody going to blow your head off. You know what I'm saying? I know you sleep because when you hustle, you don't really sleep all that good. Somebody knock on the door, you be like, yo, who that? You know what I'm saying? Any knock, you don't answer the door. I answer the door. You live a paranoid life, you know what I'm saying, when you in the street. And it don't matter if you a big time hustler or small time hustler, because every dude think the feds is on them. Niggas tell a $5 bag of crack and be like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, don't call me on the phone, the fed. So, you know, it's a mentality that you develop being in the street. So I want to get you in trouble real quick. You from Harlem, right?
Yeah.
So you know you might have to have some Harlem loyalty right here, right? Put them in order. Put the rappers in order. I'm going to give you 4 rappers from Harlem. Put them in order. I'm not going to say the order. It's on you. I'm just going to say the names. Mace, Big L, Cameron, Jim Jones. Put them in order. From best to worst.
Best, oh man, I'm not gonna say best or worst.
No, you gotta put them in order. From who's the top to the worst? Mace, Big L, Cameron, and Jim Jones. Put them in order. You might not be able to go home if you after this though, but say it. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna answer that question too. Before I never answered, so I'm gonna answer that.
Exactly. You think I forgot, right?
I'm gonna answer it. I put Big L first.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Mace.
Okay.
Cameron.
Okay.
Jim.
I'm not mad at that. You know, it's funny because Mace is absolutely my favorite rapper from Harlem. I put
and
Mace.
I'm going by like the mixtape too, not just the album.
Right.
You know, the mixtapes and all that, Children of Corn and all that. So
see, you might have been privy to hear that. I didn't hear a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, you know that's why I put Big L first.
I didn't hear none of that. Mace is my favorite though. You know what I'm saying? Mace, like I thought Mace was I would put Mace, Big L, Jim Jones, then Cameron. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I like the fact that Jim Jones is outside. Cameron is a better overall artist, I think, but I don't think he take rap serious. I think I don't think he take rap serious. Yeah, I don't think Cam take rap serious because he don't rap. He rap when he want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's always been like that. Like he's never been like he never came off like that hungry rapper. That don't mean he didn't make dope shit. But he never came off like this was gonna save his life. He's always had other ventures that he was into. I think Jim Jones puts out music like his life depends on it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I think. When you see Jim tapping Pusha T and Nas, what did you think?
As far as Pusha T, I think it's good for the culture.
Okay.
You know, like Pusha T, like I'm gonna keep it 100 though. Like I never did like none of the Clips albums. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like I like they singles, like Grindin'
Yeah.
and like This Is Me Too. But far as like album, a whole project, I never liked it. None of their albums. But this album right here, they just put out, ain't gonna lie, it's fire. It's fire. I give them that.
I ain't hear it yet.
You know, it's fire.
I normally wait because I don't like hoopla and I don't like hype. I like to listen to stuff when the hype is gone and I'm listening to it without somebody saying, "Did you hear this song? Did you hear this song?" Because all of our ears are not the same, and I'm not into peer pressure music. You can't tell me something is dope. You just can't. You can just say, "Yo, it's fire," and I be like, I listen to it. I be wanting to strangle niggas like, "That's fire to you?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of times I be waiting a long time before I listen to a project. Then I'll be like, I like this joint. I don't like this joint. I don't like this joint. You know what I'm saying? The climate right now, a lot of times people always say like hip hop is dead and the culture is messed up and this, that, and the third. Drill killed it. They say this. Yo, first of all, being a New Yorker, you think we too cocky and arrogant about hip hop?
No, not at all.
You don't think you don't think our arrogance kind of fucked us up and turned on us?
You mean like during like the ringtone era?
Do
and all that?
everything. We be like, fuck everybody. But who do we have though? You understand what I'm saying? Like when we think of New York, we don't really have any, in my opinion, not too many new superstars on the rise. We got some good artists coming out, but they carbon copies of what we already seen. And then we waiting for the heavyweights to come save it. And then we want to, yeah, Nas is outside and Raekwon is outside and Hov just dropped the verse. But when we think about it, all around the country, you got different artists dropping. You know, and I feel like our New York arrogance and saying that this part of the country was whack and that's not really rap and this, that, and the third, us being so judgmental of the culture came back and bite us because everybody caught up.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I feel like everybody caught up, you know, and then now we doing drill and then we doing snap music and then we doing, you know, gang music, respectfully to all my street organization brothers, but that's not what we come from. You know, for us to be imitating so much when we was the innovators, you know, for us to be imitating so much, I think that really fucked us off. You know what I'm saying? Because if you say right now, if I ask you, besides yourself, because you're supposed to say yourself, who's the top rapper from New York right now?
I can't even. I don't even know.
Who's the top rapper on the West Coast?
Kendrick Lamar.
See how it's definitive. Who's the top rapper in New York right now? Who's outside that got the streets of New York on fire?
I can't say. Like a top, because if you want to go top, you gotta, you know, it's not really a New York artist that's like on top far as mainstream.
But we had artists that was on top. We had a time where 50 ran shit. Jay ran shit. The Locks ran shit. You know, but you definitively said Kendrick. When I said New York, you said I don't know. That's a problem. We the Mecca.
Do you think it's the labels for it? Or like
there is no more labels though. You know there's no more labels. Like it's loans and them running you through the system, getting you blue checks on everything. There's no label no more. That died a long time ago.
But they putting money into artists though. So the money gotta come from somewhere. You know?
Right. But what I'm saying is that what are they putting money into? Are they putting money back into the streaming, into your Instagram, into all of that stuff? They're not putting money in your pocket for you to, your artistry. You understand what I'm saying? Like Kendrick, who Kendrick signed to?
He got his own label now, right?
This is what you don't even know who he signed to. So how could it be the labels?
Then he leave TDE.
All right, and who he signed to?
Oh, I don't even know.
See what
He
I'm
got his
saying?
own-
See how
So-
successful he is? And we don't even know what label he on. So it can't be the labels.
So his last album was dropped on what label?
I don't know. I think it's his label.
Okay.
But we don't know. That's what I'm saying. So it can't be the labels because I know he's not on TDE no more. So it can't be the label. So if we say New York and we say it's the labels, we got Def Jam. We got all of these. We got Universe. That's in New York. So why we don't got one superstar in New York? Because we can't say the Nas and the, we can't say them no more. They are that's already established.
What I think?
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of New York artists want to like they saw what happened before, so it's like they want to get their money and they don't want to go mainstream. You understand what I'm saying? Like they don't want that spotlight like that. That's what I think.
The niggas is boots. Niggas is ass. That's it. Because why don't you want the spotlight when everybody makes songs about everybody in New York makes songs about what they taking over and I run New York and everybody got a New York song from New York. If how you got a New York song and you don't want to be the biggest in the city? How you want to be in baseball from New York and you don't want to be on the Yankees? You talking about, yo, I want to be on the Mets. We all know if you in New York and you play baseball, you better go on them pinstripes, them 17, 18 titles. You know what I'm saying? You play basketball, you ain't going to be like, yo, I want to go to the Brooklyn Nets. No, you want to be in that garden. So if you're from New York and you ain't trying to be number one, nah, you ass. You ass. So again, even if we say the South, if who's the number one in the South?
South. You know what? J. Cole, right? You North Carolina?
Yeah, you could get that, but I mean, you could still say Future, you could still say Ross, you could still say shit, even Gunna put out an incredible album and you know, he's a rat to people. So, but I'm just saying, when we say all the areas, we could name somebody, but when it comes to New York, we just like, who's gonna be around for another 10 years? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't see nobody that's gonna hold it down for another 10 years. The 9 to 5 secret, and sometimes y'all gotta go back and watch the show, but reason why it's called The Fake Lifestyles of Rappers Exposed, because the 9 to 5 secret is a lot of these niggas got 9 to 5s. They just fronting like they in the street. That's why a lot of them don't be doing those shows. They don't be touring because they can't get off work. I'm telling you that. A lot of them can't get off work. So they can't tour. They act like, oh, my stream's so good that cap. They can't get off work. They ain't got no PTO. That's why a lot of niggas don't be, that's why a lot of niggas don't be doing nothing. Because first and foremost, right, if we all know the biggest thing in the industry you can do what? Is shows. Shows is straight money, merch. You can sell your merch at your show. And real artists that's outside, you always see Benny doing shows. You see Conway, you see Westside, they doing pop-ups. That's how they earn their bread. But if they had a job, they couldn't be in Buffalo today, in Mississippi tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people be fronting, they be having jobs. And my thing is, and this is the point, y'all, we're saying that it's cool, it's okay to have a job. That don't mean you not no street, because I know bus drivers that get up and work out and to beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean he can't fight. That don't even mean he don't make 6 figures either. So what we did in our communities, we made job synonymous with lame. You understand what I'm saying? So think about it. We'd be like, this Target ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll see a dude in Target and be like, man, this Target ass nigga, this nigga had on a Target suit, screwing me on the train. Like, so he had a Target suit on. That don't mean he won't whip your ass. You know what I'm saying? So even if we see certain dudes, a dude with Starbucks, we never know. He might have to do that for his parole. But we'll be judgmental. You get what I'm saying? He might have to do certain things for his child support obligations. You know, we just never know what people is doing. But if he a so-called rapper, we look at him like, man, I saw that nigga working at Walmart. It's like, so what? You understand what I'm saying? Like, so what? So what he work at Walmart? What that got to do with anything? So we made it to where we want to shame dudes because they got a job. And I just think that that's dumb. Like, if you out in the street taking penitentiary chances, you also taking chances of getting bodied too. That's what did you say? Why you left? You didn't want to be out there nickel and diamond. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of people don't know, which I don't understand, is that in New York City, when you hustle, first of all, anybody really saying they're getting money out in the New York streets could be capping because there's so much cameras. And not only is it cameras everywhere, everybody got a camera in their hand. So anybody will film you doing anything. Dudes will really, really film you and be like, look at this nigga getting money and put you on the gram. Look at this nigga over here hustling.
TikTok and all that.
TikTok, look at him over there hustling, think nobody don't see him. Look, he took the baggies out his mouth. Look, this nigga got capsules. You know what I'm saying? Like, dudes, there's nothing in New York that's secret no more. Everything is going on social media. You know what I'm saying? If you right now, Drake or Kendrick?
That's a good question. Keep it 100. I thought Drake won that battle. I ain't gonna lie.
I might have to hit X on you and just we do this another time. So okay.
I take Kendrick though. I take Kendrick.
But why do you think Drake won though?
I know what? I believe it was even.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, don't backtrack. Don't backtrack.
I believe it was even. I don't think Kendrick won like 100%. I believe it was even. Or
okay, so is Drake acting like a winner?
He being Drake. That's what I think. He being Drake.
So
like he at the point like he just gotta put out music. That's all he had to do. Is just put out music.
He did. Nobody liked it. What did I miss? What did I miss? You fucked with that?
Nah. Well, he always put out those type of songs. I believe like the mainstream, like he's worldwide, so people gonna rock with him no matter what. I believe Kendrick was like, people wanted to see that, Kendrick and Drake. I think
Drake wanted to see that.
You think?
Drake kept calling for him. You call Candyman, when he show up, he gonna have that hook.
Yeah, you're right. But what's crazy though? That's crazy. J. Cole dropped out.
Yeah, I mean, J. Cole got other things going on. So all right, so you say that Drake won or it was even.
It was even. Yeah.
So why ain't Kendrick suing Drake? That don't sound like no winner. When you sue and you...
That was over what? Streams and all that though, right? Like...
You don't know. That's what I'm saying. You don't know. A winner don't sue.
Could be something bigger down the line. I don't know.
A winner don't sue. A winner take his trophy.
Music business is crazy. I don't know what's going on.
This is what I'm saying. But a winner don't sue though. A winner don't cover tattoos of men he got. First of all, a winner don't tattoo other men on his body. Let's just start that. A winner ain't gonna draw on fake abs. If you got a belly, hey, it is what it is, fam. A winner don't draw. Drake, you didn't see the fake abs he drew?
Nah.
A winner don't do that. A winner don't take selfies like this.
Yo, dude.
You see that shit, right? Like, that's not what winners do.
Yo, I'm just talking about the music. You know,
But I'm
like,
just exactly from the music, the behaviors
mhm.
affected you. You know what I'm saying? The behavior of how the Super Bowl and all of these things, you walk around like you lost. Because so if you won, you ain't gonna be affected by nothing. You know what I'm saying? He dropped a Nokia song. You like that?
I ain't even hear it. I ain't gonna
See,
lie.
how is it that you didn't hear a Drake song?
Nah, I ain't hear it. I be focused on my own shit. Like,
Regardless if you but if it was fire, but you heard the Kendrick G and X songs, right?
I heard some of them.
All right,
Yeah,
even being focused on your own shit, you still heard it.
yeah, yeah.
I ain't trying to sway you. You know what I'm saying? Think what you think. Because I'm going to be real with you. If we're going to talk about artistry, of course, over the years, I would say I like Drake music more, just as an artist. But as a creative artist, I would go with Kendrick because I know that Drake don't write. So I would have to disqualify him because he didn't write some stuff. He writes some of it, but then we don't ever know what he wrote. It could be
Yeah.
Yachty, it could be Party Next Door, it could be Quentin. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. So that's why, you know, he called for Candyman, and you know, but it's some people that don't like none of them. Kendrick had to grow on me though. I'm gonna keep it real with you because at first, I just thought, I don't know. I did I couldn't really. It didn't resonate with me till I started listening to certain things, and I was like, okay, I like this. You know what I'm saying? And then I started deep diving into the music. My favorite song by Kendrick is called Compton. I
Okay.
love Compton, produced by
What
Just.
album? What
I think
album
it's
caught your ear from Kendrick?
I think it was this GNX album. What reason why I like GNX? I love West Coast is my favorite genre of sounding music. I love West Coast beats more than anything. A lot of instrumentations, and I just loved when I heard whacked out murals. I just love that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like the GNX album because I like and then when he did the Use Your Heart sample by SWV, you know what I'm saying? I was like, that was, and then he told the story. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of shit that resonated with me with this album. But when I listened back to some of the stuff, I was like, damn, so if I made a playlist of him, I probably like about 25 joints. My issue with Drake is that all that shit started sounding the same to me. You know what I'm saying? But I love,
Like his commercial stuff.
yeah, but I love 8 a.m. in Charlotte. I love 8 a.m. in Charlotte. I love 8 a.m. in Charlotte. I love that beat. That's like one of my favorite beats. And I love I like a lot of Drake shit. My favorite Drake song is called Fear though. I love Fear. That's like one of my favorite.
Oh yeah, that
That's
came out like
produced,
what,
yeah,
2009?
exactly. That's
That was on,
produced by
yeah.
DJ Khalil. You know what I'm saying? I see
That's
somebody in the chat saying, dog, why you like these dudes when you grew up on Cool G Rap? Cut it out. Maybe because Cool G Rap is like 58 and music evolves and you got to get out the basement and start listening to other rappers. Maybe that's why. And you telling me to cut it out. So you still in the crib with a hoodie on like this with a 40 in your hand, right? Rakim is better, right? But when the last time Rakim dropped some music? Don't talk about that Put Together album that just came out either. But it's people like you, right? Who say you love hip hop, but you won't even evolve with the culture. You're still talking about Rakim. Like I came through the door. You know how many artists done came out since then? You still drink 40s too, right? You still smoke Phillies too, right? You still got cracks in your mouth, cracks in your ass. You, right? You one of them, right? Just won't let it go. Still wear FUBU too, right? You don't believe in the culture evolving. You don't believe in the culture going to different places and accepting other genres of music. You don't believe that. You talking about Cool G Rap and Rakim in 2025. G Rap is an icon. I can't even take away his legendary status. He is what he is. Rock him the same. But you talking about old shit. That's what I'm saying. You like rah, don't you, right? Cut it out. Grown men liking kid rap. But listen,
album I caught my ear.
Oh, whoa. You talking about grown men liking kid rap. First of all, your name is Bruticus. Tell them where that's from. Or you want me to tell them where it's from. Bruticus is black culture? Bruticus is black culture. Bruticus. You want me to tell them where Bruticus is from?
Right.
That's your name, Bruticus. Slick Rock, you can't even spell. That's what I'm saying. Every now and again, they come in. I always get one in the chat that, I got to smoke them real quick because these niggas be delusional. This nigga said Slick Rock. Nigga said Bruticus. This a nigga got one gold tooth in his mouth. Talking about you mixing the culture, you milking the culture. When nobody interview more legends and up and coming artists than me. So what are you talking about? You must not be familiar with who I am, fam. You gotta do your homework. Anyway, did you hear the new Raekwon album?
I heard some songs, but I ain't listened to all the songs yet.
So do you? You don't listen to hip hop, do you?
Nah, I listen to it, but I ain't gonna lie. I've been rocking with the Clips album, and then the Raekwon album came out. It's like 15 joints on that. Like I listened to the Emperor song, the what's the other one? Oh Murder.
Oh Murder. The joint with him and Griselda is fire.
I don't think I heard that one yet, but I'm gonna get to it though.
Yeah, it's fire. But then it's you doing it like how I do it. Like when music come out, I try to run through it though to give them their stream. I do that. I do want to support the artist. Whether I sit down and listen to it and study it is one thing, but sometimes I'll put it on because I want to get them their stream. I rather do that. But I might not sit down and act like I dissected it, because when a person is lyrical, you gotta really sit there and really go. Yeah, you gotta go through it. You know what I'm saying?
Those artists, so
yeah. You can't. You can't just put it on. What you think about production these days? I got a big issue with production. Me personally. What you think about production these days?
It depends on the artist. Like I think because of the internet and like TuneCore and how artists can just upload music, a lot of artists is in their basement on Fruity Loops and stuff like that. So it's like you getting a lot of music at once, like to the masses. So it's going to be a lot of, choices you can, select and listen to, But as far as like artists like Raekwon and, like the Clips and all that, even like Jim Jones, like I rock with the productions on these, albums. Where they fire.
You think? I don't know, man. Pharrell ain't fire to me.
I ain't like all the Pharrell beats though.
I think the Neptunes is fire. I don't think Pharrell is fire. I think it's something missing that maybe Chad Hugo added to it. Because even one day I was doing a deep dive on YouTube, and it was certain beats that they said Chad added something that just made the beat like, you heard what he just put in there? I think, I don't know. I don't know. Pharrell is aight to me. You know what I'm saying? I like the Neptune.
I ain't like all his beats because they was like sounding too much like video games to me. you gotta remember, like I was just like 16, 17 when they like first came out.
Right.
So I'm like, that's what my age group was listening to as far as like the Clips, grinding, but a lot of his beats, I'm like, yo, it sound like a video game.
Yeah, right.
One song that came out was a single. I forgot what it was called, but I'm like, it sound like some.
But when I call his shit Mario Paint, niggas was mad at me. Shit sound like Mario Paint. I mean, I just think Chad adds something that I don't know. Carter 5. You heard the Carter 5?
Yeah, I heard it.
What you thought about it?
My favorite joint on the joint is Written History. I think that's the last song. That joint is fire. But me listening to it, It felt like he tried to make festival music. That's what it sounded like. Like you go to a festival and you know that's the type of songs he like made to me.
That
Like it was a
shit,
few street joints, but yeah, festival music were
that shit sound like custy music to me. I think
were
that shit sound like that shit sound like custy music to me. That shit it sound like that. Um, McGruff, you know who that is.
yeah.
Um, why is he omitted from Harlem history? You think?
I ain't gonna lie, he's my like I'm not gonna be biased and say myself, but I think he's like the best out of all of them. Like, remember that question you asked me, like,
Yeah,
who's
right.
the
Yeah,
best
that's
from
what I'm
all of them?
saying. Yeah, yeah.
I would say McGruff.
Her McGruff. Yeah. Now McGruff is fire. I think they all look up to McGruff too. Like they like McGruff is that guy. I don't think I don't know.
First
Lot-
album was fire. Like, if you listen to it, how he spit and he rhymed, like, it was like he was lyrical, and you can visualize everything he's saying.
right, right.
You know, but he just came out with like one album. I think he came out with.
I think he came out with something recent with if I'm not mistaken, McGruff might have did an album with Stan Spit.
Right, yeah, but I wasn't counting that. I'm talking about like solo.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that. Battle rappers from Harlem. You mess with the battle rappers?
A little bit. Like I'm not into it like that, but you know, like early on, I used to watch a lot of like not a lot, but you know, smack DVDs here and there.
Got
But
you. Got you. Who do you want to collaborate? Who do you want to do music with?
me,
Overall, yeah.
I want to work with like the weekend. You know,
Why?
like I want to take my pen to like that type of level. You know,
Could I I never heard no weekend shit.
you did.
Yeah.
He got hit. You got hit the old shit. He came out with like back in like 2011, 12, and all that. 10 fire. Word.
Bruticus, you still going with Cool G Rap? Bruticus, because I'm gonna just finish you really quick. Bruticus, do you know Cool G Rap? Or you just a fan? Do you know him? Because I know him personally. Like I know him. You're just a fan. Just be a fan in the chat. I appreciate your chat ship. You know, I appreciate you being here, but some of y'all be too fanned out. I really be knowing niggas, like know them. Like, calm down a little bit. I never listened to The Weeknd. I think what pissed me off with The Weeknd when somebody compared him to Michael Jackson. You compare anybody to Michael Jackson, I ain't fucking with you. Just me, like Mike is Mike. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason everybody liked him. You know, so I'm not one of them people that sitting in the corner with my lip poked out like everybody like him, I hate him, but he ain't no Michael Jackson, man.
Nah,
Nigga
he
can't.
definitely not.
But you don't remember when they was comparing him to Mike?
Yeah, I remember.
That nigga can't even dance. He can dance.
I never saw him dance.
So how he Mike?
They always do that. They did that with Chris Brown too.
At least the nigga could dance. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
But I just never listened to The Weeknd. Do all right. The Weeknd, that's R&B.
Yeah.
Is it street R&B or is that punk smooth shit? Like which one?
It's like street R&B. It's kind of like punk too. Like he got on his punk, you know, vibe. Like when he got signed, but when he wasn't signed, like he was underground. It was more. He was like the Joe Buttons of R&B. You know how Joe Buttons put them long ass songs out, like 5 minutes, 7 minutes.
Right.
That's what The Weeknd used to do. Joints was fire, like saying just mad crazy shit. Word.
I remember one joint he did. Matter of fact, I did hear one joint because I used to like the beat because Nas rhymed to it. He got a song with Nas, right?
Think so.
That's the joint I like. Doom, doom, doom. He was talking about, nah, I don't fuck with it. I don't fuck with it. If I sit here in front, I don't fuck with it. I don't fuck with it. He was like, he was saying some shit like fucking, Give me head of the some old wild shit. You know what I'm talking about, right? What's the
I
name
know
of that
what you're talking
song?
about.
Yeah,
I
nah,
forgot.
I don't fuck with it. 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 That nigga look like he like nigga cheeks. I don't fuck with it. Like, yeah, I don't fuck with it. I don't believe him. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe him. That shit is just, yo, I like art, right? But then sometimes that shit be weird. And it's like, if I
Yeah.
was in the same room with this nigga, like, would I steal on him or would we be cool? Because some dudes just be too weird with their art. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yo, my nigga, like,
Feel you.
yo, you good? You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine you chilling and a nigga come in the room and nigga got wild hair and might have a part down this side and the tongue. Yo, you good? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, nah, nah, nah. I don't know. It's just the Brooklyn in me, man. I be seeing certain dudes. I be like, yo, nah, that ain't no nigga I want to be around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like, if a nigga gonna do R&B, he look like he cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, nigga, we, you know what I'm saying? We might be chilling, but when some certain dudes is like the Maxwell niggas, I don't be liking that shit. Like, I could listen to the music, but I be like, I never want to be around this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what this nigga into. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what these R&B dudes, it's how they be carrying it. They be carrying it like, you don't know what this nigga into. This nigga might pull out a pipe and just start, you just never know. You know what I'm saying? You just never know these days. And it's like, think about how we loved D'Angelo,
Yeah.
right? And we found out he was a custody. Yo, man,
I ain't surprised about none of that.
this is what I'm saying though, but he ain't carried it like a custody. Listen, man, let me tell y'all something. Whoever, look at Jaheim. This is what I'm saying, man. Jaheim look like a
He was
nigga you,
fire.
but he
was
look like a
fire.
nigga you would have hung with, right? Would you hang with that nigga now? This is what I'm saying.
Oh,
This is
man.
what I'm saying. I wouldn't have hung with Prince neither. The minute that nigga turned around and his motherfucking cheeks was out, nah. And the nigga was mad short. Nah, this is what I'm saying.
I heard he told people you can't curse in the studio.
Then I ain't want to be here, nigga. How some little nigga gonna tell me what I can and can't say? A nigga like 4'11". What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Intro. Come on, man. This is what I'm saying. Like, but you seen Jaheim lately?
Yeah, I saw a picture if it wasn't fake.
It ain't fake. It
He got
ain't
arrested
fake.
or something like that, right?
Huh?
He got arrested, I think.
I don't know what he got. He got something that shit ain't right and exact.
I ain't
He
surprised, man.
Nah,
I
he
ain't
shouldn't have
surprised,
put
man.
that woman first. That's what happens when you put that woman first. That's what happens when you got any music videos out there?
Yo, my YouTube channel got taken down.
Why?
I had put this female sent me a video with my music playing in the background, right?
Uh-huh.
So I posted it. Then YouTube hit me with a warning, so I appealed it.
About
So when I
your
appealed
music.
it, huh?
About your music.
My music in the background. But she was like she wasn't fully dressed, right? But she had clothes on, but she wasn't fully dressed. So when I appealed it, I'm thinking I'm good. I put it back up. They hit me again. So I'm like, what's going on? I appealed it. So I appealed it. I put it up again. Got taken down.
You know shit sound like your fault, right? Like
I thought I was good though, but I got a new YouTube though, Chazo FM. I got a sample of a video I'm about to put out too. Is on my YouTube channel right now. I had a backup YouTube that I made back in like 2015, so I use that for now.
you said you appealed it, they took it down. You appealed it again, they took it down.
I thought I was straight after that second time,
You wasn't straight after the first time.
but when I appealed it, I thought it was good, like it was clear.
Don't trust these niggas, man. Don't trust me. Anytime they send me any warning, I'll be like, all right, y'all got it. So you know that's your fault. You do it. Yo, I listen, you know it's funny? I listen to R&B in the gym though, believe it or not. I don't be listening to like no MOP and shit like that, or I definitely ain't listening to no Blade music. I ain't listened to because I remember I used to go to the gym, niggas being there playing the Blade soundtrack. The music that's playing in the gym sometimes, you be like, yo, come on, man. But I listen to R&B, believe it or not. I be listening to shit that, you know, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be in there wilding and shit. But I miss traditional R&B like Guy and Jodeci and H-Town and shit like that. I don't know what none of this shit is, man. I don't know what none of this shit is with this music. You know,
You know what I think happened when you remember when R. Kelly was putting out those mixtapes
mm-hmm,
where he was like rapping? I
mm-hmm.
think a lot of artists took that style. Not that, but they started doing that same style, like rapping. You had like Chris Brown, Trey Songz, and all that when they was putting out those mixtapes rapping.
Right.
I think like that trend carried on. That was back in like 2000, like 9, 10, around there.
But
They
I
was
mean,
doing
it worked with like Confessions album. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's dope, it's dope. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's dope, it's dope. But I think I hate to say that shit though. R&B, I mean, that nigga R. Kelly, man. You took R. Kelly out your playlist, keep it real.
He not on my playlist.
You don't fuck with R. Kelly?
If I hear him at a picnic or something like that, or cookout, I mean, I can't tell a DJ what to play.
Why you
Like
don't listen to R. Kelly?
I don't, yo, I don't even know. Like, it's other artists I listen to. Like, I don't. He never was like when he came out like Happy People and all that. Like, he was on that type of time. So it was like you hear him all the time. Like he became one of those artists. Like you gonna hear him everywhere you go, weddings, all that. You know. But,
So you don't listen to R. Kelly and then your playlist nowhere.
I'm not searching R. Kelly.
All
Like,
right, I'll go on record and say I listen to R. Kelly.
you do?
I listen
Okay.
to my favorite song is I Wish. I wish and my favorite
fire.
other song is Thank God It's Friday. Dude, that's my Thank God It's Friday. You don't love Thank God It's Friday?
I wish was fire when he first came out with that joint.
Thank God It's Friday. And I love A Woman's Threat because I like the way Jay-Z did the Threat song. I still listen to R. Kelly. Let's keep it real.
Sparks was on that joint, right? What's her name?
Who? No, that's Be Careful.
Be Careful.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you might listen to R. Kelly and not know it because R. Kelly did write Fortunate for Maxwell. He wrote Anytime, Anyplace for Janet Jackson. He wrote Quality Time for High Five. He wrote Changing Faces. He wrote Ron Isley. He wrote a lot of shit. Street Dreams. You don't listen to Nas Street Dreams remix?
Yeah, that was fire.
You don't listen to Jigga Kelly? Not Guilty. You don't listen to that?
Nah, that was on the Dynasty album.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not a snitch. I don't go to the cops to get rich. I go to the block and pitch. Nah, that's my joint right there. You don't listen to Fucking You Tonight, Biggie?
That was fire.
See? Nah. I'm listening to R. Kelly. I ain't going front. I'm not. I don't care. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm listening. Yo, Thank God It's Friday. That's my jam. Matter of fact, when I get off with you, I'm gonna do some push-ups and I'm gonna jam that loud. You know what I'm saying? Thank God It's Friday. Your social media. What's your social media?
Instagram, Chazo FM. Make sure y'all follow me. Facebook, Chazo Flow Music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. Facebook and Instagram. That's what I have. YouTube, Chazo FM. You know, yeah. Or make sure y'all follow me. I got merch for sale too. So I got t-shirts for the summer. There's 4. I'm gonna have sweaters and hoodies, so y'all can hit my DM or.
I ain't
send me
get shit. Where my XL at?
I got. You just want a sweater or
I want everything. I want a beanie. I want a sweater. I want earmuffs. I want everything you got. I want all the merch. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna get you the mouse pad.
Yo, I got it.
I got you. I got
Yo,
you.
you know what's dope too, R. Kelly? You know that song Real Talk?
Nah.
Listen, look at Real Talk. Yeah, it's called Real Talk. Fire.
Okay, if I probably hear it, I probably know what you're talking about.
Yo, Real Talk is fire. So, y'all, we was just here tripping. Anything else you want to talk about? We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. We ain't got to go. What you want to talk about?
No, that's about it. It's up to you. What you want to talk about? I gotta charge this phone.
Nigga, I'm crazy. So you don't want to talk about what I'm talking about. You might get banned. Niggas be like, yo, I don't fuck with his music. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead. Okay.
Nah, because you know what's funny, bro? Every time that I have some type of rapport relationship with somebody, there's always somebody in their ear like, you better stay away from that nigga. He this, that, and the third. But they be describing themselves. Because regardless to what, right? I do my job and I talk about music. I don't talk about people like personally or, I talk about music. And when you have a music opinion, I didn't know that shit bothered people like that.
Yeah,
That shit really bothers people when you don't like their music. So people be like, yo, don't mess with him because he's gonna burn bridges. Let me tell you pussy niggas something, right? I don't worry about burning bridges with no man. Corporate America don't care if you're a music critic. Now, if you say something about a certain nationality, we all know who. If you say something about a certain group of people and you crusading that, that's different. But if we on YouTube and we talking about music and culture and all of that, why are you saying, oh, he this, he that, he said this was whack? They don't care about that. So how you telling somebody, don't mess with me because I'm going to burn something, when I had more deals than all y'all niggas? I had more situations than all y'all. Still getting them. But they always telling somebody how to stay away or why they should stay away from me because I'm going to do this and do that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to help that person. Fuck you going to do? Stay away from him so they can be with you? So cut it out. This shit been going on with me since like 2006. Everybody's like, yo, he this, that, and the third. I'm like, but they never said that to me. I never heard it myself. No man, I'm going to say this shit, no man in this whole culture has ever said something directly to me. It's always a whisper. A whisperer is like the snake in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? A whisperer is like the serpent. A nigga who whisper is a coward. Me, I'm vocal, right? Like if I don't like something, don't I say it?
Yeah.
I should be respected. I should be respected to say that I don't like certain music or certain things don't resonate with me. A whisperer, a man who whispers to another man or whisper to a female or whisper to a group of people about you is a coward. That's just how I feel. So, hey, regardless of how you feel about me, at least you know I ain't going front. You know what I'm saying? So they'll be like, oh, you doing something with him? I don't like him. Why? Because he too free, man. He get to say and do whatever he want. I say something, I'ma lose my job, or I can't get a Jadakiss verse and all that. I don't want none of that. I don't want nothing from none of these niggas. I don't care. Yo, I interviewed everybody I wanted to interview already. I don't care.
Politics as usual.
Nothing like being a free man that can speak freely. Because once upon a time, we couldn't speak freely. One of the biggest things that happened was us having an opinion, a mind, and a word. We got hurt for that. And these niggas still live like that. No, sir. Yes, sir. Ooh, you going to get in trouble, you says that. That's how I look at these dudes. Because I said I don't like an album or I don't like a record. You understand what I'm saying? This is how I be looking at dudes like. So what they do now, right? They'll act like they don't see it. Because they don't want to say they like it or hate it, so they'll ignore it now. So when you got stuff and you don't get views, nobody want to come and say, yo, bro, I like the last project better. Because then what you going to say? Why you hating? Nobody want to be a hater or a glazer. You know what I'm saying? So there's no more honesty now. I'm that last honest nigga. I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
you like that? Nope. Why? Because the shit was trash. The nigga said yellow diamonds look like PP, and I don't like that. Even if I gotta stand by myself, I ain't got no twin. Even if I gotta stand by myself, I don't care. I'm not one of them people that, damn man, where everybody at? No. Because it's 4 situations when you realize you're gonna be by yourself. When you in jail, when you gotta move, when you in prison, and you in a hospital. Lonely. Gotta move. Say tomorrow you moving and call nigga, yo, you can help me move? You gotta call movers. Ain't none of your mans coming. You in prison. Ain't none of your mans coming. You in the hospital. Ain't none of your mans coming.
No money on books or nothing.
This is what I'm saying. So I already know what it's hitting for being for Dolo. So your phone about to die?
Yeah, I can put it on a charger though.
I know. I'm gonna close you out because I'm about to get the hell out of here and shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? But yo, this is Chazo. If y'all can, let me show his discography really quick again. He's on all streaming platforms, but I know a lot of people like Spotify or whatever your preference is. Yeah, he has a few projects. It's spelled Chazo. He's on many platforms, but whatever one you like, you could just go through the music, follow him on social media. It's Chazo FM. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. So, bro, man, I appreciate you as always. I'm about to just start bringing you back to talk shit. I want to get you in trouble. I want you to be in trouble. You gonna be the person in trouble with me. You know what I'm saying?
Hit me up.
Yeah.
Hit me up.
Yeah. All right,
Word.
bro. So right now you got the project out. Tell them about the project again.
Yeah, Mailbox Boy, Elegant Hustle. It's the 3rd series. It's a concept project. Like I said in the beginning, you know, it's about a kid. If he was in front of that porch, if he was in front of that corner store, the building, front of your stoop, front of the mailbox, being on the mailbox, rapping. You know, that's what it's about. You know, if you was, you know, that kid just observing, looking at your friends, you know, do they, you know, dirt, and you trying to stay out of trouble, that's what Mailbox Boy is about. So, like I said, this series, Mailbox Boy, Elegant Hustle, I mean, it's that Mailbox Boy, that kid, he was tired of eating, you know, hairy chicken wings. He was tired of the pissy hallways. So he, you know, he stepped his hustle up, and, you know, he did what he had to do. So, you know, check out, you know, the project, man. You know, the last song, every project is something personal for me. But, you know, check that out, though. Chazo FM, that's my Instagram. Chazo Flow Music. You know, shout out everybody supporting me. Got a plaque right here, you know, number 36 on the iTunes charts. So, yeah.
Hey, yo,
Word,
that's
appreciate
big.
it,
Was
brother.
it for a project? It was for the one
It's
we
for a
did.
song. It's for
Okay.
a song, Summer Vibe. So
Okay.
it's like a female type of track, you know, so,
Right.
yeah.
Right. Who's your favorite rapper of all time?
I don't have one.
Nobody.
No, I just have the 5 that influenced me. We talked about that before, too.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, because it was kind of it's a little interchangeable. Who I'm like that too. You know, it's funny. Sometimes music is subjective like that because sometimes you could be feeling. I like the fact that there's so much music that different music could put you in certain moods. Sometimes you ever had that day where you like, yo, I'm listening to Pac all day today, and you just go through all his music. Then it might be a Biggie day. Then you'll be like, yo, I'm listening to the Lord Finesse all day today. That's what I like about music now, that it is a lot of music where you could go. But most of the time, I just put all my music together and I put it on shuffle. And certain things come on, I'd be like, yo, I forgot about this damn song. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, I'm going to sign you out. I'll holler at you later on. Thank you for being here. You got the link so you can promote it on your Facebook and all that. And I'll holler at you later on. Thank you for joining me.
All right, bet. Good looking, Doggie Diamonds.
Yes, sir. Peace. All right, y'all. So that's Chazo. You know, sometimes we got to bring different people on the platform to talk. I have a lot of people to bring on here. A lot of people be wanting to talk. So I like talking to different artists because it's important. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very important. And I want y'all to know, too, I'm working on a Spotify playlist. That's my next thing that I'm working on. But I'm going to really do it like artwork and, you know, be on some tastemaker curating stuff, the shit that I listen to. I'm just looking for a name right now. And one thing about me, I don't like anything that I name. I don't like my name and stuff. Did that make sense to you? Like when I create something new, I don't like my name in it. So I don't like to be like the Doggie Diamonds, whatever. I don't like that. I don't like putting my name and stuff. I think that's, you already know it's me and it's mine. So I like to brand other stuff. But that's what it is, man. I'm going to do some work really quick. That's the next thing that I'm gonna do. I have a few things that I want to put together for y'all that I'm looking for. Everything is, listen, y'all gotta follow Doggie Diamonds TV 2 on Instagram. DM Doggie Diamonds TV 2 is the new Instagram. I don't even want to tell y'all what happened with my last Instagram. We got it all the way up to like 170,000 followers. Was followed by, the who's who in entertainment, from Shaka Khan, Beyonce mother. I showed y'all one day, and Instagram just shut my shit down. But it happens. Sometimes you fall, you got to get back up. Some shit crumble, you got to rebuild. Ain't no quit, no retreat, no surrender. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. I got a lot of content coming for y'all. So let me work real quick. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for hitting the like button. For those who hit the like, thank you for hitting the comments. And I'll holler at y'all later on. Until next time, I'm out of here. Peace. They took my Facebook down too.